Hey, welcome everyone to the Sketch Zone podcast. This is Carlos, and we got a full house. We will not be hearing from the one and only Charlie B. Williams III because it is his anniversary and he's hanging out with his family. At least that's what he told us. Oh, we already have suggestions coming in. Cool. So, with that being said, we have a handful of very talented people and Landon. So, so you guys, let's welcome Landon. Something tells me that's very accurate. Well, hey, Landon, I was just kidding. Welcome. It's always nice to see you. And hello, Sleepy Roz and Jean Luc. Uh, and there's a couple other few people in there in the chat. While when I go to introduce everyone here, if you guys have, hang on, let me do this. If you guys have anything that you want to see us do in Callipeg, we've been kicking around the subjects. Like last time we did this, we did random. We used a sketch zone fun prompter to come up with different things to draw. This time we're going to ask you guys, what do you guys want to see? We can do everything from effects to facial animation, walk cycles. We can go back to flour sacks. We can do a bouncing ball. Whatever you guys want to see, start letting us know in the chat room, and we're going to assign someone to whatever, or people are going to want to. Hey, Doug Fur is here. Just finished watching the documentary Memory Origins of an Alien. Huh. Yeah. So whatever you guys want to see. So with that being said, while we're waiting for you guys to chime in, look at magic drinks happening and stuff. Let's welcome Jack Kasperzak. That's Jack. That's Jack and his when he's dealing with technology. Hey, we got Sketch to Animate is in the house. The one and only Travis Blaise. Ooh. Speaking of old fashioned, we got Javier Guzman here with us. Hey, I can only hear Carlos. Is it just me? Oh, that's a very good question. Um, System audio. All right. Okay. I have no idea how to fix any of this. Can't hear anyone but you? Question mark. What the hell is this? Okay. Speak amongst yourselves. No one's going to be able to hear, apparently. Anyway. Hey, everybody. Full house tonight. Yeah, but I'm the only one. Gabriel, Doug, everyone, let me know if I'm the only one that people can hear. I wonder. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. We're gonna. I need you guys in the chat room to let me know. I'm gonna just keep talking until we know for sure. Right. Hang on, I might be able to. I can only hear you, Carlos. Okay, cool. Here, I'm gonna turn this on. I don't think so. Okay, you guys should hear me.
Yeah.
Anyone else in the panel say something?
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, that's probably.
Hello, YouTube.
Can you hear me? Javier, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Daddy, can you
I can
hear me?
I can hear everybody.
I can-
Yeah, we're fine. It's just
Yeah.
now let's see.
It's YouTube.
Yeah.
Maybe you should pull a Joe Rogan and move it all to Spotify.
Oh, you want to
I
talk
saw
about
that.
someone who just got
I saw that.
that dude just
Making some
got
money
paid.
on that.
They're not going to pay you though. There we go. They can hear us.
It's all good. All right, cool. Can hear everyone out. All right, perfect.
Sweet.
This is what happens. Hey, real quick. This is what happens when you do it differently every time. We've been doing this show for a solid 5 to 6 years now. Every time has been different. Don't do that. Moving on. Okay. So, back to it. Now that we are here, let's go ahead and do this. Hey, welcome everyone to the Sketch Zone podcast. I'm Carlos. This is Landon. Hello, Landon.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Excellent.
Nice to see everyone.
That's Sketchbook Jack. I was hoping you were going to do that.
It's even funnier the second time, actually.
And sketch to animate, Mr. Aaron Blaise. Or Aaron.
Oh, you did not do that.
Just kidding. Travis Blaise. I
So,
just wanted to see your face.
Then that what he just did was just doing what he just did. What he just did was like me going, "Hey, guess what, guys? Click." So yes, I happen to be related to a guy named Aaron Blaise.
Yeah, but we're here with you. That's we like hanging out with you.
Who is that?
I did that to just literally get everyone on the panel pissed off at me. Hey, we got Mr. Scribbler 80 himself. Javier Guzman is here.
Yo.
Yay.
What's up, guys? For having me again.
Javier.
All right.
Yeah, two more, and I get like the number 5 jacket, right? Like this is my third, so
yeah.
do we get a jacket, like a special jacket?
Yeah.
Can I just say that's sort of a sexy name, Javier Guzman.
Javier
Guzman.
Yeah. I'm basically in most movies. I'm either the pool boy or like a gardener. Sometimes,
yeah,
or a salsa instructor. Salsa instructors too, usually in movies.
That's true.
If they give you a sword, then you're the hero.
Not only are you good looking and you can animate, now you're gonna tell me, yeah, I work out. I'm kind of in shape. Yeah.
I got a swole. Hey, I got a swole ass neck.
Yeah, whatever.
Hey, the good thing is, Javier, we get to wear like tight ass dance pants with the little flares at the bottom, and everyone's just like, "Oh, okay, they must be Puerto Rican."
That's right. We can get away with it.
Hey,
right.
did you
dancing out there with a smile on your face?
Yeah.
You remember back a couple years ago when Drake came out with that song and he was dancing in that little cubicle thing and everyone was like, "Oh," and he said something like, "Oh, I was taken over by a ghost of a gay dude or something like that." And I was like, "Dude, you look like literally all the guys in my family at a party. That's
Yeah.
just how we
Yeah.
do. We dance."
We all also tweeze our eyebrows. That's another. I do not,
Oh,
but
I was gonna say I must have missed. I
cultural.
must have been Cuban that week.
Yeah, and neither one of you guys have perfect teeth either, or a perfect smile. So you can just stop right there.
Neither of those.
Anyway, so back to what brings us here today is chat room. If you want to see anything 2D animation related that we can do in Callipeg, we can do everything from, like I said, walk cycles. We can go back to the flour sack. We can do bouncing balls. We can do facial animation. We can do effects. We can do whatever. So if there's anything you guys want this panel of illustrious animators and me to take a look at, please let us know.
Did you describe us as illustrious? Illustrious.
So yeah, just let us know. Otherwise, until you guys say something, we're just gonna let Travis go and chat.
Yeah.
Wait, what? You became friends with me, so that's your problem now.
I'm not afraid of you. Yeah. So, okay. No one's really saying anything. So,
No one's saying anything in the chat.
no, not yet.
What? Come on, guys, say something.
Yeah. Let's.
They
Validate.
can hear everybody, so that's a plus.
To validate us, please.
Yeah, my job here is done. We can hear.
Does the fun prompter still exist, or did you kill it?
Let's find out.
So is the are we doing last time you guys were maniacs and animating in 15 minutes or whatever that was. Is that
Look at him getting all
the
nervous.
idea? Is that the idea again? Are we restricting it to like 15 minutes?
Oh
kind
no,
of
the
thing?
fun prompter is still there.
Not to be an annoyance, but if I had to restart my computer and then come back online,
You should be fine.
how do I call back in?
Say okay, so the fastest, most easiest way, if you grab the
Oh my god, falling
here,
downstairs.
I'll show you this. I'll share my
Because-
screen.
Speaking of computer issues, I'm apparently not able to share my iPad, which I did the last time. So
Here, I'll show you right here. Okay. So you see my screen?
I do.
Okay. You grab this not secure part. You see that little plus sign? If you click and drag that to your desktop, it'll save the shortcut on your desktop. And
Ooh.
then
right now I'm taking dibs on Shiloh's request. Dancing chicken.
Dancing chickens. Yeah.
Bam.
and then when you restart, Travis, all you have to do is double click on the little shortcut for that and it'll bring it right back up.
Okay. So wait, the screen and the Hangout video call. All I have to do is go to. I don't see Chrome. All I see is the little window.
Jean-Luc says, dancing with a mermaid. I don't know.
Dancing with a mermaid.
No more mermaids, please.
Javier's been doing mermaid.
We
Yeah, I
did
think
get
I'm.
the elemental effects suggestion, so if anybody's looking for effects, there it is.
Elemental effects would be cool, like fire, maybe some lightning. I'll take on the fire. I've been wanting to do fire.
You on fire.
He's on fire. Okay, we'll wait for you, Travis.
Maybe they can see me animate upside down. Maybe that won't
He
be an
already
issue.
restarted. All right, I am going to find. I'm gonna find research.
So, what are you doing? We're animating fire? Is that what's going on?
I am.
Oh, I'm doing a dancing chicken.
Oh, he started already.
So
No,
we
I'm
just doing whatever
I'm
we
just
want?
trying to find my design.
So, yeah, can we just grab anything in the chat or do whatever?
I don't know. What are the rules here, Carlos?
Each one of you.
Sure.
So helpful.
Yeah, why don't we can take
Pirate, walk cycle, falling downstairs. Okay. So go ahead, sorry.
No, I'm just
Each one of us do a different element and have a battle of the elements.
ooh, slow motion fire.
Oof.
Okay. How much time should we take per drawing?
Oh, how many of these are we doing?
I don't know. We can do one. It's already 10 o'clock. By the time we get one of these bad boys done is going to be, tomorrow. So
Yeah, maybe. I mean, we got like another hour here.
yeah, I think we can fit
Hour
two.
each, fit two. Yeah.
Yeah. And then while we're all here, we could just sit here and stare at Shiloh until he decides to come on the show.
Oh yeah. I'd love to see him on your show.
Me too. Let's make that like that's what we can do. Let's animate.
Are there pictures of him? Let's draw what we think Shiloh looks like.
Okay, I'm back, guys.
Oh, that's good too.
Yeah. Shiloh is never going to come back.
I think Shiloh is like a superhero, but his cape is made out of pencils.
Oh.
That sounds
That's pretty good.
painful.
All right.
Okay, so I'm drawing fire. Anyone else?
Wait, can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
All right. Are
Yeah,
we starting
can.
with effects? That's what we want to start.
Wait, I just got
If you
online. What
want
are we
to.
doing? I had to restart my computer.
Jack is drawing a dancing chicken.
Okay.
I'm
I'm gonna
drawing
keep going.
fire.
Oh, okay. So I got
Javier
this.
is drawing what Shiloh would look like if Shiloh came on the show.
I don't think I'm going to do that.
Okay. And what am I doing?
What else? We have falling downstairs. We
So we have walk cycles. Yeah.
We have a pirate. We have a walk cycle. We have a dancing chicken. Falling downstairs. Fire. Maybe some lightning. Dancing with a mermaid. Each one of you do a different element and have battle of the elements. Yeah. Jean-Luc has an
I'm
idea.
done. I'm done.
Damn, that kid is fast.
Yeah, it took a little time coloring, but you got to do what you can do in 5 minutes.
One of his attacks, he swishes around and pencils fly off, piercing his enemies. Jean-Luc, you're on fire this week.
That's.
Speaking of,
I guess I'm grabbing a mermaid.
Oh, come on now. At least make it on a mermaid on fire or dancing with a chicken or something.
this mermaid's on fire.
All right. Are we just doing this randomly, or are we doing all the same? We're not doing the same thing.
It appears that we're not doing the same thing.
Okay.
Come to find out.
Okay. I'm just randomly doodling until someone tells me what I should draw. I'd rather be told what to do today because that's what I've been doing all day, taking directions.
All right. You do now that you have a character with a smile already. Chest burster? What the heck?
Yes.
I want to go back to look at Travis, why don't you do this? Why don't you do a head moving from left to right? Like a head turn.
A head turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Landon,
Sure.
what are you working on?
I was going with the
Fire?
elemental idea, like earth there. Yeah, earth.
You're
I
gonna
think
draw Earth? You're gonna animate Earth?
land.
You're gonna
You
animate land?
I gotta choose something easy, you know.
Elementals it is. I guess I'll take water. You said you're doing fire?
I'm doing fire, yeah.
All right.
All right. I'll do the same. We're all gonna do an elemental. What's left?
Wait,
All right.
water, fire.
Earth, wind, and fire. There's wind, I guess.
I saw Earth, Wind, and Fire in concert last year.
Yeah, you probably have a signed baseball by them too, right?
No.
Elemental, huh? What if I do like a fuck?
This mermaid's on fire.
Nope.
So,
Whose hands-
anyone read any good books lately?
No.
No. I'm trying to.
I wanted to ask. Actually, I had a couple questions about Callipeg, as we draw here.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a newer thing now? Because I didn't realize this before when I had first got it. But now when I scrub, because I don't use the finger scrub thing, the flip. I don't find it very, and it just doesn't work for me. I like going down to the timeline and scrubbing with the pen.
Uh-huh.
But now, if I get off of that line of the layer that I'm on, it will automatically select the bottom and top. So I'm constantly, before I feel like it didn't do that. Like I had to select the name of the layer or that left column, not over on the pages or the frames side. So you know what I mean? So now when I'm scrolling through it, flipping through the frames, if my pen goes up into the layer above it or layer below it, it will automatically select that layer. And I find that extremely annoying. Like I feel like I should have to select the name of the layer on the left or something.
I think I know what you're saying.
There's Okay, so to be I guess transparent with everyone that might be watching.
Mm-hmm.
QuickTime keeps choking on. You know what we're gonna do then? QuickTime keeps not sharing my. Oh, there we go, my iPad screen. But Travis, Jack, and I are on the beta program for Callipeg, and they've made some changes or updates.
Yes.
To the timeline, and I think something like that was mentioned probably 1 or 2 versions ago. I can't remember what it was.
That it was changed 1 or 2 versions ago.
I'm actually doing a tutorial right now with Aaron on an intensive thing on Callipeg, and so I haven't had any issues using the 3-finger scrubbing back and forth is basically what you're doing. So if I'm, I have all these frames, and if I do my 3 fingers, I can kind of go back and forth and scrub pretty easily. Back and forth. And I'm sitting here right now in my lap. It's connected. You're seeing my desktop, but it's connected through Reflector to do this. But I can just quickly go in here, and you'll see on the screen how it's scrolling back and forth those 4 or 5 frames that I have up there. That method is pretty easy. A lot of people, some people like it, some people don't like it. I'm old school, so I just prefer, just grabbing my pen really quick, doing this, or using my
pen. Yeah, that's exactly what I like to do. Yeah.
And work that way. So I haven't had any issues with the 3-finger because it's pretty self-explanatory, except when you get into like bigger frames or longer frames, then you're literally going the length of it feels like you're going the length of the whole iPad when you're going up and down. So if I have a ton of them frames like this, let's say 15, you typically, when you roll anyway, in traditional animation, remember this app is meant to be for traditional animation. So it's trying to take the concept of traditional animation and then going back and forth. What is that, by the way? Who's doing that little bounce there? Who's that right there? Is that Jack? Jack? What's Jack?
Sorry, which one?
Yeah, what are you animating?
Dancing chicken.
Well, look at that. He's already got a dancing chicken, guys. I haven't even drawn crap yet.
Dancing chicken's got a pronounced
a booty hole.
So really, scroll back and forth.
Just in case you were wondering what that was, that's a beehole.
Has anyone ever animated with paper?
Yeah.
So, when you roll, you can typically only roll with 4 or 5 fingers, right? So you're only being able to roll through that. So the idea for me is like, now I have to use the entire screen to kind of roll through all of these. And I have to lift my fingers up to kind of get past those moments. Oh, there you go. Snap it back. So you have to lift your hand up back and forth. I don't like to go more than 4 or 5 frames back and forth. And that 3-finger method seems to work pretty well. So
I don't find it comfortable is my problem. It's just not comfortable for me, and it's a little buggy sometimes. I can't get to the frames I want. And then if it works best if it's 1 frame, like, or 1 sheet, like, per frame, and you can get through it quick. But if you've got things timed out, like holding on 4s, or
have you tried the angle? Have you tried doing your?
I've tried so much. Yeah, and I've even the sensitivities all the way up. Like, I just don't find it. And plus, coming from, I guess, other tradigital sort of apps, just going to the timeline and scrubbing back and forth it's just simpler and easier for me,
But the great thing is that there's an option, right? You have multiple.
Yes, that's true.
To use.
Yeah, I agree. I just wish that I didn't. That as I'm scrubbing, if I happen to just get right off of that layer into the bottom layer, it highlights that bottom layer while I was trying to scrub, and I still want to be on the layer that I'm on. So that's the issue I have with it.
Okay.
What's up, Doug? In the chat, he says, if you select the layer you want and then move all layers to the bottom, the layer you select stays there. If you select the layer you want and then move all layers to bottom, the layer you select stays there. Does that make sense?
Probably. I mean, it's still. Probably. I mean, it makes sense. Yeah. It's not. I guess it doesn't have. I mean, it's kind of not what bugs me.
Yeah.
But I suppose it doesn't matter.
Well, yeah, it matters.
I'm just a lowly.
I want to have your setup.
You should join. Have you joined the Discord server, Javier?
No.
They have a Discord server, and they have feature requests and bug troubleshooting channels that you can give them feedback and stuff about these kinds of things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, apparently it's only my
know how
problem.
Landon
Everybody else here has no issues with it. So it,
You know how
Just
Landon is with the Discord servers.
No,
Yeah,
I don't.
gotta get everybody on it.
Which iPad are you on?
iPad Pro. It's like the second generation. Whatever I don't know what the size is. Was it like a 12-inch or something like that? 12 and a half, 11 and a half, something like that.
Are you missing your middle finger?
No. No.
Thought I would throw that out there.
I don't. I mean, yeah. It's just goofy to me. It's not smooth. It's not how I want it to be. Like that alone. See what you're doing right there? That bugs me alone right there.
Well,
the fact that you did it a couple of times and it's just not responding.
Well, no, but because I was watching you and I noticed you did it laterally up and down, and I've only ever done it like with my fingers totally horizontal.
But let's say you have put your iPad in your lap.
Yeah.
You're sitting on the couch and you're drawing with it on your lap, right?
Yeah.
Angle. I can scroll through it at an angle. You don't have to go up and down as long as it's going slightly up and down.
Yeah. Mine works.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll be honest, mine wasn't working for a long time, but now that I just started doing it again, it does seem to be working. But for the longest time, the 3-finger gesture wasn't working for me. It might be because this is a newer, or maybe because the other project I have is a ton of layers and a ton of sheets. And I don't know if that affects it, but it seems to be working fine here. But I do kind of have the same issues as you.
So, what's everyone's preferred method of animation?
Straight ahead or pose to pose?
Actually, Travis, what's your tutorial that you're doing for Creature Art Teacher?
It is everything that you guys are discussing and more. So I talk about the 3-finger method for this. I go through all the basic overviews of Callipeg in its current version, not the version that we're all beta testing on, the version that is currently out to the public. And when, of course, the new one comes out, I will do an update to the Callipeg tutorial. But then I'm going through my process. I'm literally taking people through how I animate from concept art to character designing to doing visual effects, keyframing visual effects, because, this app does not have Gaussian blur and all the fancy bells and whistles yet, but there are definitely lots of ways you can use this program to do traditional effects, like, reflecting, like, little bits of reflections, and everything's all keyframe based. I come from a traditional background, so everything that I would do would be done by keyframes and by hand drawing it and working with just the transparency and the opacities and the different brushes that they have in there, which allows me to go ahead and create these sort of keyframe effects. So I take you through those. I take you through my thumbnail process, through character designing and turnarounds. I go through my color and cleanup, how I approach layers for coloring and cleaning up, my shadow layers. I take you through all of those different aspects. and then I talk about a little bit of layout, and then essentially you're going to get at the end of this a finished piece. The thing that I've been promoting on social media with that mythical creature, that's going to be in the tutorial itself. The rough animation I did of that creature swimming in underwater is something that I did for the tutorial. So
that's pretty cool.
We've got their screen up right now. Is it fire that I'm seeing?
If it's this one, then yes.
Is that you?
Yeah.
Cool. What is Javier drawing?
I am struggling mightily over here with some water, some kind of water goddess emerging from the sea.
Jeepers.
You know this was only supposed to be a half an hour drawing, right?
I know. I'm like, I have fire.
Wait, it's only a half an hour?
Well, no, actually, it's
for
10
this
minutes.
One. For this one. Hey, Landon, how's Earth coming along?
It's coming along.
God.
You know what I have is kind of like the Moana animation. I have in mind like a volcano exploding out of the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see how that goes. I feel like I should just watch the Moana thing and copy that, but I'm gonna try not to do that.
Any news come out from the animation industry?
In terms of
anything, really?
Wasn't there an article that came out talking about how much the entertainment is going towards animation content because of the live action world shutting down?
Ooh,
yeah.
How cool is that?
Yeah, I heard 3D animation. I heard 3D animation is dead. Is that right?
Yeah, it's completely dead.
I heard that too.
Dead.
Dead to me.
I did notice, or I was reading an article about how, not that they haven't had this battle, they haven't been battling this fight for a while now, but like content creators, like the big ones, DreamWorks, Disney, Fox, and all those guys, right? How this pandemic has really gotten a bunch of people thinking about just not even going to the theaters anymore.
Yeah.
Which would be bananas.
Yeah. Could you imagine theaters going the way of like the arcade? Just like there's no theaters anymore. No.
I know. Yeah. And that's what's crazy. Like kids these days, listen, my old ass. But with the Xbox and all that stuff, like people don't realize that we used to have to go to a place to play video games.
Like a mall.
And hang out with your friends.
Yeah.
Like a mall.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only reason people know that now is because of Stranger Things.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Like throwback and and throwback arcades that is full of people our age.
And what's funny is that even the guys that created that Stranger Things, I don't even think coming out. They weren't even old enough to.
Yeah,
experience. It's
I think you're right.
It's all retro.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Do y'all have Aladdin's Castle? No.
Who?
No. That was like the arcade chain that was in Wisconsin.
Oh.
Oh no.
what I was noticing is when is drive-in movie theaters, guys. Remember those?
They're talking about bringing those back now.
Still exists, and one of my friends apparently was going to that. What a perfect time to do a drive-in movie theater with social distancing.
Yeah, they are coming back a little bit now. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've heard about this.
I went to one last year. We traveled to San Luis Obispo, and they had a drive-in. So
One of my favorite experiences.
it's so cool. Until there was a lot of them in Illinois that got closed down because people were, selling ladies and drugs and stuff out the back.
Wow. Okay.
They're like, I wanted popcorn.
Yeah, with the hole cut out from the bottom.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I remember watching a double feature. Remember that movie Orca? That came out. It was like the killer whale movie. The Adventure.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
After that, it was a double feature. It was with I think Jodie Foster was in it, where there's a bunch of gangsters, the kids that are playing gangsters, and they're killing each other with machine guns that are filled with whipped cream. I forget what movie that was, but it was.
My mom's a porn star?
No.
No, that was like I don't know. Well, I don't know what that was. Wasn't she like in Herbie? Jodie Foster, was she in Herbie? Freaky Friday, maybe, or something?
No, I don't think it was Herbie.
Herbie, the love bug.
Man, I was watching you guys do this last time, and I was just getting anxiety watching you guys animate in 15 minutes. And
yeah, that was one of those that had me perplexed.
Well, I am not going to stress out about this, guys. I'm just having fun drawing my little dragon head coming into camera's view.
So while you guys are watching, I do want to talk about
Anyone manning the chat room? Questions being asked?
Yeah, I'm
I
watching.
just looked. There wasn't no new questions.
No questions. Everyone's bored with this.
Jean-Luc says, my family on my dad's side used to own a bunch of drive-in theaters in South Texas.
Wow.
They'd show a bunch of movies from Mexico, and the famous stars would come over and stay at my aunt's house for premieres. Oh, wow, that's crazy.
Look at that. That's a fun childhood to have.
I know. What the hell did I do wrong? So if you guys don't know, if you go to youtube.com/sketch2animate, you can watch Travis as he develops this this cartoon that he's working on, and it's pretty amazing. I know I've picked up a bunch of tips from watching you, and
well, I want to just be transparent with my process of how I'm developing a show. I've gone through. I have experience in almost every aspect of development over the years. So I just said, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead because we have this social distancing and I work from home anyways, and I'm not really relying on another studio to pick me up or not. I just wanted to do this independently, develop a show, get it to an animatic state. My writing partners agreed with me, and so with that, hey, why don't we kick it off with doing Arc? Arc is sort of a nice, fun slapstick comedy.
Yeah.
And then I just wanted, as I make mistakes like I did today, I just felt like I was having a bad drawing day.
Yeah.
You you get to experience that with me. So there you go. But I'm literally doing it live. I'm every step of the way is being videotaped or recorded. So
Do it live.
So if you can hear my voice, go there now and subscribe and hit the bell, because.
And I promise you guys, apparently my brother's subscribers have said, hey, we can't find any of the other videos. And it's because I have not yet, I guess, customized my YouTube channel, because I haven't expected this many people to subscribe this fast, I guess. But so I am in the process of customizing it so you can see all of my things there. But I have from part 1 to part 10. I have 10 parts to the live stream, and they're all between 2 to 3 hours long each. If you can sit through that, that's great. But it's like watching paint dry, but you can let me talk.
Well,
You can watch me through the whole process. The first one is great to watch because I actually brought the guys on to do a table read of the first 3 pages of the script. And we want to take you through that to the point where I'm going to even take everyone through the process of doing voiceover.
What?
Yeah.
There was one video that I watched on your channel that it tickled me pink. The one where you were doing sound effects and you were chewing on a celery stalk.
Cho-cho, cho-cho,
that
cho-cho.
was so fun to watch.
I just, my girlfriend's name is Cho-Cho. So I just sort of started chewing this celery stick, going, Cho-Cho, 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 Cho-Cho. She started laughing. She
kept coming in. She's like, what?
What do you want?
Travis, is there anybody else? I think it's super cool what you're doing, and pretty ballsy, really, to put yourself out there for all those sessions, as you're pushing this thing forward. And is there anybody else that's even really doing that sort of thing to the extent that you're doing? I mean,
that's the thing. I decided, screw it. I'm just gonna do this because to me it's like this. I have the ability to, good, bad, or indifferent. I'm not the best animator, not the best artist in the world, but I'm accomplished enough to where I feel confident to develop something. And if I fall on my face, I'm like, hey, I'm just going to let people see me fall on my face. If it works, it works great. And think about it. If this show actually gets picked up, what a great story to tell. Like, hey, I did this live. I was sharing my information. And because we get to a certain time where and I've said this before, I feel like it's our obligation as artists that are in this industry to kind of help those under us, or the younger ones, to kind of achieve the same goals that we've achieved and help them along the way any way we can. And so the whole point of me doing this is to kind of offer that experience, to show people that, it can be done. You can do this. You can accomplish your goals. And it's a matter of just doing it. And it's sort of that stick to itiveness attitude, I guess.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I think it's super cool. I mean, even for people that that have a bit of that experience but hasn't gone through it, like you have. And I mean, you're kind of laying some nice groundwork there to just give people, and like myself, an idea of like, this is kind of what it takes. This is the daily. This is a bit of the grind, and this is all the stuff you're responsible for when you're really trying to put something successful together.
I don't think I don't know anyone else that's doing this. That's why I decided to do it.
Yeah.
You know what? I want to be different. I want to be unique. In a world full of amazing artists like Javier, your stuff is incredible. There's so many awesome artists like yourself that are out there, and you can easily get intimidated by what other people are doing, or you can say, you know what? I'm unique in my own right in what I do, and I'm going to create my own voice and figure out my own path. And I'm just going to do it. And, for a lot of people just don't know what the first steps are. And the first steps are taking the first step, right? You can't sit around. At least I could sit here and say, I did it. If I fall on my face, I don't get it picked up. I even tell everyone, if this show doesn't get picked up, that's okay. Yeah. Because I'm getting a learning experience doing it on my own. and hopefully I'm inspiring other people to pick up and do the same thing. I mean, wouldn't it be awesome if, like, I get this, I do the show, and then all of a sudden through the processes, someone's inspired to do their own, and they actually get a show picked up because of that inspiration? Then I'm tickled pink. Then I'm doing exactly what I was setting out to do. I mean, it would be great if I had my own show picked up.
So yeah, and that's a cool thing. The cool thing is you're doing market research, and if you do find a little bit of success on YouTube, you can go in and tell the studios that you might be talking to, hey, I already have, we'll just say 10,000 people that basically watch this show happen. And all that stuff plays into the decision-making process.
Absolutely.
We said, Travis and I talk quite a bit, not on the show, or even on his channel, but one of the cool things, and quite honestly, just selfishly, I would love to see you find a ton of success on YouTube.
I'm still figuring out YouTube, though. I have no idea.
Which is fine. Every time you figure it out, they change it again. So don't feel bad. But yeah, selfishly, I would love to watch you actually like kick butt on YouTube.
Look what we're doing now. We're all collaborating right today. We're sitting here, we're doodling, we're drawing, we're sharing ideas. This is animation is a community. It's a group effort when you work on a production, as Jack will tell you. Jack's in the thick of it now, starting going from one production and starting a new one. And and all the while Jack wants to do his own project, and I would love to be able to work with all of you guys on a collaboration of a project, whether it's my own or whether it's one of your guys. The whole point of us doing this is as we grow, or as one of us grows, then we bring each other up through the process.
That's an idea. Even tonight, like, if there's a way for us to put all of these things together to make one animation, I think that would be hilarious.
I can see my chicken being on fire, riding the wave of the elemental mermaid.
Yes.
And then we have this little dragon that peeks his head up to watch, and all of it happens on Earth. Right, Landon?
Yeah, I think we can make something happen.
That sounds like a clusterfuck to me.
True.
Well, you played those games like when you were a kid or in high school. You like do the scribble game, and everybody's got to collaborate and like make something out of a scribble and force it together.
I have a scribble test exercise on Sketch to Animate's YouTube.
That would actually be another fun thing to do, is just have like have a Callipeg file. Almost like, and if you guys don't know, what Callipeg just started doing is they have these little challenges that you can do, animation challenges for their social media, and they give you a picture, and the picture says start and end with this shape, and then you go through and you animate whatever you want. And it'd be cool to do something like that, like start with the shape, and then the handoff would be the end of your animation. The last frame would go to the next person. And then see if the animation actually makes sense at the end. Because I do like those little collab things that Jack was talking about back in the day when we were kids. We always did one when I was a kid. We always did one where you folded a piece of paper, however many people you had, 3 or 4 times. And then all you did was you gave the next person, you folded it to the blank side, and then you just give them the 2 little lines, the starting lines. And then they would have to animate from there. Or not animate, sorry. They would have to draw the picture on the paper. And
Right.
then
Yep. Yeah. I played that one.
and then at the end it was always a travesty, but it was sometimes
What?
it would be funny.
What'd you call me?
It would be a
Do y'all know how
travesty.
to
It would be a travesty.
Travis Dye.
Oh yeah.
Do y'all know how to copy just a single item off of a page onto on a panel onto another one?
Yeah.
It,
Say what?
just a little
Yeah.
piece, like his tail or something.
Yeah, exactly.
You have to select it with the lasso. You like lasso around it, and then you can hit that. There you go. And then you know that little pop up,
Hmm?
that 2-finger pop up thing. But bring that up, and then you can just hit that copy.
What are you trying
Yeah,
to?
and then you can paste it.
Oh, if you want to do that, here, watch me. So you just
Section copied.
Did it work?
It,
Are you
co-
on-
it says section copied, but then it doesn't paste.
no, it does. So watch me for a second.
Hold up. It's that there. I gotta have something on that panel. It has to exist. I forgot about that.
Yeah, you have to grab it, but then also it's the paper clip. It's the 2 bottom ones. You do the circles, and then you do then you paste with the whatchamacall,
Mm-hmm.
the clipboard icon.
Yeah, he got it. He got it to work, I think. Yeah.
Don't need me.
Yeah, I was just I was trying to paste onto an empty what do they call them? Sheet.
Empty sheet.
Yeah.
And how the hell do I get out of the selection?
Hit the lasso tool again.
Yeah, that's another goofy thing. You should just be able to hit pencil and it undoes the lasso. That's it.
Well, I
Any-
think
Any other thing you go to,
they leave it like that so that you can draw within the selection, almost like a mask.
see. Mm-hmm. You're right. It comes in handy for that.
Or at least like a little X, Be like, yeah, no, I don't wanna draw on a mask. I want you to go away.
I guess we're going a whole hour. Are we trying? I guess that's it. We're just doing this. Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Okay. Now
We
I'm just
could.
wondering. I wanted to prep myself instead of trying to.
I'm sitting here having fun with this dragon flying in. I'm gonna have him just fly up, bounce around, and jarred off screen.
Yeah, I'm gonna do fire until
Here.
I'm happy, and then I'll move on to something else.
Yeah, Travis is gonna kill it. You're the big timer here.
Oh, don't start throwing those big words around now.
Okay, Mister, I worked on Tarzan.
Whatever.
For the record, I love your work.
Oh, thank you.
Sorry.
Yeah, I mean,
It's awesome.
I had a joke, but the second borns can't go at each other like that.
We got to stick together, man. Remember that.
Yeah, we do.
Don't throw me under the bus.
Yeah. Also second born.
Are you?
Yeah.
Dang.
Told you.
Wait,
I'm number 2 of 4.
did we already go over this?
The what?
I said, dang, the whole panel. Landon, did we already go over this? What are you?
Yeah, I thought we did this last time I was on the show, but yeah, I'm second born too, but I don't.
That's crazy.
Hey, Ben is here. Speak of the devil. Ben is here. Ben is in the chat room.
Hey, Ben.
So if you guys don't know, Ben from Callipeg
Ben,
Yeah, but this
you're
is
doing up so early or late.
He's
Or
just checking in just to make sure that we're not blaspheming his name.
absolutely not.
Abusing his app.
huh.
We're not abusing his app.
I will say this.
Oh shoot.
No. It's all good. Like, I used to sit and noodle in Procreate, and I still kind of do, but I do that now in Callipeg.
It's
Like-
kind of crazy. Yeah, I started using the moment they announced Procreate with animation. It was around the same time that I got together with these guys, and I started using Procreate animation. And then they came out with this app and me beta testing. And I was like, I'm done. I'm using this.
Yeah.
I was super not to badmouth other apps because I really love Procreate for a lot of things.
Same here.
But
I love
I
it.
was so excited for that animation update, and it was, to be honest, a huge letdown. It's so clunky and like it's.
I think if you're an animator, you have issues with it. I think people who are normally illustrators and want to dabble with just a little bit of motion, they prefer the simplicity. But I mean, if you're well versed in it, yeah.
Well, okay.
It's only because they don't know any better.
You can have all the apps in the world. It's what you do with it.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
We all have our methods and our methodologies, our pipelines. And if you're limited on a pipeline, I always I refer to that sandbox of creativity. What is your sandbox? What's the parameters? If you have an app that gives you limited amount of parameters, but you want to achieve a higher goal than what it can potentially do, you have to figure out your workarounds.
Right.
Mhm.
You can't use effects like you can with Photoshop right now in Callipeg, but you can do effects in this, but it relies on that keyframing background that you might or may not have.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
So,
and I challenge that thought though, because I just finished an animation project where I had a lava lamp and a turtle was jumping in the water. So I had a lava lamp animated, and I had a splash. I animated a splash. So you can definitely do effects, but they're not like you were saying. You actually have to like plan them and actually draw them. There's no plug-in for flame.
no.
Yeah, I mean it mirrors 2D animation.
Yeah.
Let's see this. I'm going to show you this real quick. See this. I'm going to show you. I'm going to open this up. I'm only going to show it to you because it's part of my tutorial. But I'm going to show you the background. So I created this.
When's your tutorial come out?
It's as soon as I'm done. They're going to edit it. It's probably going to come out at the end of the month.
Oh, cool.
Next month, not this month. But see, I have the rays in here. I have to physically go in there, and I have a method now. I'm gonna show it in the tutorial, and how you can create that sort of glimmery, shimmering effect that you'd see in water when light comes through it. But it
nice.
all involves keyframing.
Yeah. That's amazing.
That's on your tutorial?
Yeah, that will be on my tutorial. That's something I'm working on currently. But and I'll show you that method. But again, this tutorial is a twofold. It gives you all of the abilities that you can use with Callipeg, the overview, but it also shows you my approach, how a person that comes from a traditional background can use what this current app can do for you, and how can I apply it towards my existing project. So I have committed to creating Wangle, an animated short series through Callipeg. And so this mythical creature that I've designed is one of the dream creatures in his world. So so this tutorial is based around that particular. Now I do kind of do a little bit of examples from like Arc to kind of show, like the bow run cycle that I showed you guys, that was done in Callipeg, of course. Yeah. And I kind of go through that process of how I did that. But
how are people going to be able to find your tutorial?
All they have to do is go to creatureartteacher.com, and when they make the announcement, they'll, Aaron and them will announce it when it's ready.
Yeah.
But again, it's even if you're not, I think hopefully the idea is if you like the way I approach things in terms of animation or storytelling, this is going to be useful for people even if they don't have the app and they want to watch the tutorial. It'll give them insight as to how I approach certain types of aspect of development.
Yeah.
So he's doing a little. I'm having him kind of come up and then start to come down. He's doing a little fluttering up. I still got to do the wings.
You know who else is he on here?
Oh.
There's another guy I need to follow up with. That's been using Callipeg and doing incredible things with.
Oh yeah, I've been seeing a lot of. Every time I see a new Callipeg tweet, I tweet it. I retweet it. I retweet it.
I taught her.
I thought I taught it. A Callipeg.
Mm.
You did see a Callipeg.
Right. Let's turn. Oops.
You know who I'm a big fan of?
Background color.
You want to know who? Jack. I'm a big fan of Jack.
Just Jack.
Look what Jack's doing.
Flip, timeline, export.
As soon as I saw Jack animate that turnaround of that skeleton, I was like, dude,
This dude is bananas. Yeah.
I love it.
Stop, guys.
He's just like, I'm just gonna draw my bouncing chicken.
Stop, guys. Stop.
Stop it.
So Jack, did you have to find reference material for the chicken's butthole?
Yeah, I looked it up. I said, typed in Google chicken butthole, and I was immediately shocked by the imagery I found.
And we have a show title.
I've seen those little. I've put my hand right underneath the chicken as soon as they lay the egg. It's the coolest thing.
Whoa.
Watching it's harden up as it hits the atmosphere, leaving the butthole of the chicken. Wow, I got a laugh out of people.
That escalated quickly.
If you guys don't know, I lived on a farm, and as sort of a hippie farm, pigs and goats. And little known fact, we had 3 pigs that were delivered, that my brother and I delivered from our neighbors, and I had my 12-year-old arm 12 inches up a female's pig's a JJ to deliver breached
Jeepers.
And
Good
Lord. Saving them, we got 3 pigs.
Jeepers.
Yeah, we were able to get 3 pigs, and we raised them. They were cute. I loved them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Did you name them?
We did, and to life of me, I don't remember their names anymore. But the most worst experience of all of that was one day they weren't there anymore, and then all of a sudden we had a fridge full of. And I was like, "What is this?" We were appalled. We didn't want to talk to our parents for weeks. We were like, "What did you do to our pets?" They basically brought them to the butcher.
Shiloh said, "Ha ha ha. We've got a lot of chickens, but I've never tried that."
Well, I'm a curious kid. I'm like, hey, I always heard the story. Are eggs soft? Because they have to be soft when they're coming out, because if they weren't, they would break wouldn't they break every single time? So they have to have a certain sense of flexibility before they come out.
Yeah. That's
so my 10-year-old, 12-year-old self was like asking these questions. Well, why wouldn't that? So I went out there one day and I waited for it to hatch an egg, and I put my hand out, boom, landed right in my hand. It was hard as a rock, but it was soft coming out.
Huh.
It was crazy. I was like, wow.
Air for the win. I think I'm going to be ruining this if I do this.
I gotta tell you though, the one thing I do like about well, there's many things, but the one thing that I do like is when they made me a beta tester, I went out and I bought the iPad. I hadn't used the iPad before.
Yeah.
So I said, you know what? If I'm gonna work with these guys, because I worked with them in the past, I said, you know what, and there's only 5 of them.
That's what's crazy.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a team of 4, and it's Melanie, Damien, and then Benjamin and Lise. And they're not even 30. None of them. Neither one of them are 30 yet. They're all in their 20s.
They're a great group of people too.
Oh my God.
Really cool.
And I went out and bought it. And what I loved about the iPad is just this pen, honestly, is I think in terms of sensitivity is much better than the Wacom.
Yeah,
Is there a way for what am I trying to say?
I don't know. What are you trying to say?
Is there a way to mask a shape?
Yeah, I mean the way I was trying to copy, you draw it with the marquee thing, and then you can paint in it. But other than that,
no.
Okay. There's no lassoing or creating a shape and then doing
like
a color.
magic quad or anything.
Yeah, they don't have that yet.
Oh, I know what I can do. Or maybe not. There. Shiloh said, things you learn on Sketch Zone.
Things you didn't know before. Now you know. And that's one to grow on. What's that from, everybody? And that's
isn't that NBC or The More You Know? Dun, 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 dun.
And who was the host of that? Do you remember the host of that?
Didn't they have a lot of different people?
There's one.
Ted Koppel?
There's one. No, this is a kid show. There's one. It's either that's one to grow on. Remember, Ozark and Arrested Development.
Yeah.
The main character from Ozark.
Yeah.
Jason Bateman.
Jason Bateman was the one. It's either the one that's one to grow on, or The More You Know. Oh, The More You Know, and that's one to grow on. That's what he was from. He hosted that kid's little PSA thing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one to grow on. He's my age. He's 50. He's
crazy.
50 years old.
Ding, 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 ding.
How are you guys doing over there?
Boy, we got some fire, son.
Fire. Now that's a fire.
That's a fire.
Oh, we should get, you know what we should do? We should get Jasno Frank Gore, my buddy, my brother from another mother who lives here. He's the one that convinced me to come to Seattle. And that's where I met my better half. He is a effects animator for 30 years, but he's been using Procreate, and I've been trying to get him on the Callipeg bandwagon. So
would he be interested in coming to hang out with us?
Are you kidding me? Of course he would.
Totally.
He's an interesting cat, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a younger brother as well.
Oh, perfect. If anyone understands him, we do.
He is the king of puns. Let me tell you.
Oh, I'm already in love.
That guy is the king of puns.
Well, I think it's 11 o'clock. I got to head out.
All right, let's see what you got.
Who said that?
This is Landon.
What, Landon?
So,
No,
Let's see
Landon.
what you
I don't
got.
animate. So I do storyboards, but I don't animate. So be gentle, but I have a little animal.
He said, "Be gentle."
I think Carlos already broke your spirits at the beginning, so.
Oh yeah. I haven't really had a chance to time it or anything, but that's what I have. I'm not really.
There we go.
I like it.
I love it.
Oh,
What happened?
Yeah.
cool.
The volcano
Yep.
comes out of the water, and then
you
lava
export
comes
that?
out.
Can you export that when you're done with it and send it as an MOV?
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I'll do something. Maybe I'll finish it or something. Make it better.
Commit. Witness.
But yeah, I'll head out now. Thanks for having me on the show. I appreciate it. I wish I
Wow.
could stay
Thanks for
longer.
coming to hang out.
Nice meeting you.
Yeah, nice to meet you guys, Travis, Javier.
Yeah, man.
Until next
Thanks for
time.
hanging out.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. Goodbye, Sketch Zone Nation.
Sketch Zone
You still out
Nation.
there?
Wow, I like that. Sketch Zone. Goodbye, Sketch Zone Nation.
See you later, Landon. Oh, there he goes. He's off.
And that's one to grow on.
Dun, 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 dun.
Sounds like the A-Team. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, we had this. We should do show tunes. Come on, guys. Let's do some show tunes.
Camille. Schlemazel.
Oh, that one.
Awesome Pepper Incorporated.
He went right there because
Do it.
those girls, Laverne and Shirley, were in Milwaukee, and you know.
That is not even. Come on.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Get
I
about
see
here.
what you did there.
Oh, look, you can have multiple. What am I doing? I found something cool.
What?
You can like make multiple selections.
Oh, absolutely. You didn't know
How am I doing that?
because you haven't hit this you haven't hit the transform tool yet, so you can grab whatever you want. Yeah, man.
Ain't that?
You know what? Hey, Jack,
tricky?
get my tutorial when it comes out. You'll learn everything.
Well, it's not out yet.
It's not out yet, so there you go. There you go.
How was I supposed to know?
I'm just saying.
I'm sure Ben went over it in his tutorial, but
You know what? We're all artists. It's like anything else. You can spell it out for everyone, and then you're still gonna be like, huh? How does this work?
So can we go back to the hello?
yeah, exactly. Hang on, let me rewind this video 7 times
Yeah.
and put it on half speed because I don't know what the hell's going on.
Half speed. Nice.
I've done that. I'm trying to figure out Blender right now, and there's been a lot of half speed videos. Let me tell you.
Oh man, Blender. Once you figure that out, let me know.
I mean, I'm trucking along. It's Grease Pencil's amazing, and you can pick it up in a day max. Like
Well,
it's not.
I was already animating in it.
Yeah.
Picking it up, but I don't know how to. I don't know how to sculpt in 3D or.
Well, you don't need to.
But I see all these guys making these cool environments, and they're doing their animatics and their storyboards, and they've got these cool 3D camera moves, and I'm just doing everything traditional.
If somebody else jumped off a cliff, would you follow them?
Whatever.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm telling Mom.
Fine.
Be that way. Yeah, I'm not scared of Mother. I'm not scared of Mother at all. You tell Mother.
I'm
Yeah.
not sharing my Legos with you.
If Callipeg could add some sort of
Say that, Jack.
Wait, what's
Callipeg
up?
could do what?
if it could ever add like some camera, like a camera move of some sort, stuff you can easily pan or zoom in and out. Fantastic.
Well, you can kind of do that if you
Oh.
just like copy that frame and resize it.
Yeah, no. Yeah, you do it by hand for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah,
Just so
yeah, do
everybody
it manually.
knows,
Yeah,
right now in the current version that Callipeg is in, and as you guys know, Jack and everybody else, and Carlos knows, they have a goal over the next couple of years to kind of really turn this into like a full-on production app. It's gonna have camera. They've talked about doing camera moves.
Oh, that's great.
Having a whole storyboard part of this. So there's lots of goals, but it all baby steps. Right? It's all baby steps.
Baby steps. Yeah.
Come on now.
We can ask to see if Ben wants to come on.
Yeah.
Ben, let us know if you're still here. Let us know if you want to come on. I'll invite you.
Who's Ben?
He is one of the Callipeg guys.
Oh, Benjamin. Yeah.
Yeah.
You talking about? Of course. I know Ben.
Of course you do.
What time is it there in France, though?
Well, he's awake. He just checked in. He was watching
early.
us.
It's got to be like 8 a.m., 7 a.m.
Yeah. And he's another one.
Self-taught.
All of his tutorials are in French, but he shares a lot of really good, important information too.
He's killing it on his YouTube channel.
Oh, dude. He's bananas right now.
You're bananas.
Oh, I know.
Bananas.
All right, folks, I got a twerking chicken.
That's looking great, dude. Look at that.
Hang on. Jeepers. You gotta take a look at that. Straighten it out. Push it up a little bit and then rotate it. There you go. Boosh, boosh, boosh. Hey, girl. What that booty do?
That's fantastic, Jack.
Thanks for the recommendation, Shiloh.
Yeah.
That's a portfolio piece.
That right there, that'll get you a job.
That's going on my Instagram.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, man. A chicken. All right.
What do you guys got going on there?
Oh, look at him. He's like, yeah, I'm done. What are you guys doing? I can just
now that you guys
I can just critique.
finish with my animation.
Well, I evaluated my time accordingly, and
Wow. Shots
I work in what's called production. See, and
shots.
Wow.
Fired.
Wow. He's just blowing. He's just wow. Oh, gloves are off, dude. Gloves are off.
Hey, blame Carlos. He started this show with that type of demeanor.
Gloves are off, brother.
I did kind of go in on Landon, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
Love you, Landon. I really do. He's a huge part of our success.
Wow.
What's the dragon doing? Because you got some
You got a lot of little
good amount of frames going on there.
Yeah. Well, I'm up to what, 35 now already? He's He's flying. He's gonna fly in. I gotta just add the wings. The wings flapping in a second here. But he's gotta. I'm revealing the tail. But let's see here.
Oh,
Yeah, there you go.
So he's bouncing a little bit.
Nice little bounce, yeah.
And then he's gonna. Yeah.
that's great.
Although that one horn in the background's looking weird. The far one. I gotta fix that. I can fix it in the next one.
Uh-uh.
All right. So that's a little 35 framer. So if I got. So let's is Jack finished? Is Jack done?
I mean,
Chat room, give Jack something to do.
keep going, I guess.
Mr.
You keep
Chicken,
going, or you
chicken
can
twerk.
ask questions, or
Yeah, we could do any of that, or I could be Charlie and talk, moderate you guys.
Uh-oh.
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 All right, Carlos, let's see your fire. Where are you at? Look at you with some gradients.
Yeah, you know.
We gonna start a fire.
There you go.
Oh, that's pretty nice.
So far. Let's get those out of there. There you go.
Can you switch it real quick to 24 FPS? Just curious.
That's a little quick. So
Yeah.
what about in the middle? What about a solid 18? That's still a little quick.
12. No, 12 was good. 12 was good. I was just curious.
Yeah, I wanted it to be a little faster. Let's do 14 just for kicks. Yeah, 14 is the magic right there. Even though it doesn't seem like it's coming in super fast over there, but
yeah, I mean, I think everything plays a little slower on the stream.
Yeah, but yeah,
Like it.
All right, how's the ethereal water mermaid goddess?
You want to see this? All right, let me.
Not really.
Yeah, I know.
Nice. He's already nailed it out the park. So
No,
yeah.
hardly.
Now that Jack's done, he's like, whatever. Let's see what you guys have.
Yeah, he's like, Jack's like, I win. So let's see what you guys got.
Yeah.
Not that it matters. Not that we're having points here.
Yeah.
Jeez,
All
guys.
right.
I'm not gonna come back next week.
Wow.
I'm taking my Callipeg and going home.
Look at you.
I'm taking my twerking chicken.
Attitude over here.
Funny thing is, I already have my Callipeg and I'm already at home. So.
All right. So I just started like a little second part to this. So
Look at you, second part.
it's all shitty. Yeah, it's, I figured I was gonna have. Well, here I'll just show what the hell I have.
Oh, yeah. Let's show it. Bad, good,
I
indifferent.
got
Or
it.
you can find someone else's stuff and show that. That's fine.
Oh, look at that, Jack. Oh, we're gonna have that dancing chicken during moments of awkwardness. We just throw in the dancing chicken.
Yeah, it's like the spinning wheel.
Yeah.
Like when something's loading, you just.
Or for the prompt, that'll be the prompt. The spinning wheel prompt.
There you go.
It'll be
Exactly.
the dancing chicken prompt. Oh my god, that'd be hilarious. I like the way this guy thinks.
Actually,
Which way? Is it just my view, or which way does his head face on yours? Does it mirror this stuff?
He's turning to the right. He's right screen.
Oh, okay. So it's not. It's just for me. It's mirrored.
That's hilarious, man. All right, this is all I got so far. Oh snap! There we go. I have to hold it. Let's see if we can see this here.
No,
It's a little blown out. Oh,
Oh,
there we
there we
go.
go. Okay, now we can see it.
Damn.
Whoa!
Wait, play it again.
Splashies.
I can't see it.
That's awesome.
I can't see
it
it.
is. Fire, you're fired.
Yeah, that's good. I love it.
I was working. My second part was I was gonna have like a tail come up on that right side of the screen
Oh,
there,
yeah.
flap down, like a big water tail, kind of mermaid tail.
Yeah, because you already have that kind of big ripple that goes off screen left. It'd be nice to. That's cool.
Yeah, I mean the waves are all it's all shit. It's not following any kind of actual water stuff, but it's just it's what it is.
No, we know exactly what it is. It looks good, dude.
That's it.
Splashies.
I like it.
Now she needs to. So what she does is she jumps up, she turns into a chicken, starts to twerk.
Yeah.
And then a dragon comes to save her or eat her.
Yeah.
And then the fire comes out of the dragon's mouth.
Yeah.
Perfect. See?
Yeah.
Now all we need is some earth.
I suppose you could put the twerking chicken on the dragon's back. Like you could easily send the file and he could just be on his back all small.
Just the whole time, always twerking.
always twerking on his back.
Oh yeah. And that's the great thing, guys. If you go to export in Callipeg file, you can send it to us and we can share each other. That's how we do it. Okay. Next time we start something and then we share our Callipeg files to each other and then we finish it up. That's a great little exercise to do.
Or we just collect them all, send them to Benjamin, and Benjamin
Tell
has
him
to do
to
something with it.
Well, what would be kind of cool is like if we all started something similar, like we all did like a basic walk cycle, and then we handed it off, and then the next person would add like the hair or an effect, and then the next person would do like secondary motion or something.
Yeah, dude.
Well, that's called creating a Callipeg pipeline.
Exactly.
There you go.
I love it.
Now we're thinking.
I love it.
All right, Jack, whatever. Now you're smart. You've got your whole fancy bouncing chicken, and now you're coming up with really brilliant ideas. Great.
Stupid.
Good job. Go ahead and, let us struggling artists work on our little animations and count. Are you hearing my the world's smallest violin playing?
Yeah, I hear it playing while your Disney credits scroll the screen.
Okay.
Oh my god,
Hey,
that's wonderful.
The man is the only one that has, I don't know. I don't have a job. Do you guys have a job? Anybody have a job out there?
Well,
this is true.
Why you getting real, dude? Why you getting real? We are having a good time.
So funny.
I'm actually waiting. Apparently, YouTube is trying to verify my address, so they sent me a some letter or something. Because, well, I got monetized last month, and so YouTube is officially my boss.
Thanks.
And
congrats, man.
Yeah, thanks,
brother.
Mm-hmm. What's up?
And yeah, so now it's all the checking and verification and all kinds of stuff that they need to do before they start, before they write me a check for $11.
Yeah. Did you have to hit a certain amount of followers, for that, or how's that work?
Yeah, you have to have, it's either, well, no, it's not a combination. It's exactly, you need to have at least 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours.
Oh, 4,000.
Yeah, which is ridiculous. So, when people say if you're looking to be a YouTuber, just get started.
Yeah,
exactly that.
Yeah.
Just get started, and then you'll find your stride and all that stuff. I know Travis is on his way to getting monetized too, but
Yeah, Aaron did a little promo for me.
Yeah.
Dude, I ended up getting like 200 subscribers in like a day.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's awesome though. And that's how you do it. Like I announced this, I think it was on your show yesterday
Yes.
or on your stream yesterday. I'm doing a collab. I'm doing a collab with a couple big well, one guy doesn't know and Lauren knows.
He doesn't know he's doing a collab.
No.
Wow. Slim Shady over there, buddy.
Yeah.
That sounds like plagiarism.
No, not at all. It's
I know. I'm just kidding.
but yeah, like he doesn't know, but he knows me and about me, and he's checked out my channel and stuff, so I don't think is gonna piss him off too much, but who cares? I'm being super flattering to him anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But we've had Lauren L Cartoon ELLCRCARTOONS. I'm doing a collab video where I wanted to do my first story time animation, and it turned out to be a tutorial. Surprise. But I'm trying to finish that up. So I've been working on that for a while now, and I'm trying to get it done. But anyway, all that to say, I don't know where we're going with that. So you need 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers. So I got the 1,000 subscribers, and got the 1,000 subscribers in March. Yeah, it was in March, and then I got my 4,000 hours in April. And so now it's all of the, all of the waiting and verifying and all kinds of stuff. So it's been fun. It's a lot of work, but it's fun work.
I bet. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out the whole thing out. Thankfully, I have somebody like you, Carlos, who's been telling me what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah. And there's a bunch of other stuff that I did that made the process a little smoother that we can talk about later. It gets really boring and stupid. And I just don't want to bore people to death with it. But yeah, it's safe to say it's definitely my favorite job I've ever had.
YouTubing?
Yeah. I just love teaching and sharing and stuff. I think I got verified a long time ago. I used to make videos semi-consistently for a little while back then. Oh, that's crazy. That's awesome. Yeah, I know that right when, well, Sketch Zone was monetized for a little while, actually. Like when we first started, we accomplished the numbers that they had set. And so we started collecting money, enjoying these quick animations, learn something new with this selection tool. Thanks. Oh, cool. Thanks for hanging out, Doug. I'm assuming that you're going to go. I don't know. That comment was a little bit almost like you're going to go. But anyway, where was I?
Are you rambling to yourself?
Yeah, I was trying to talk, and then I looked up, and Doug Fur had left a message up there. Yeah, I used to work way too much, and the people that I worked for didn't care because I was salary, and they were getting very much their money's worth. So now I work for myself as much as I did everyone else, and I'm starting to catch grip. The YouTube channel is starting to catch momentum, so I'm excited about that.
Awesome.
Yeah, man, grinding, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's not just this stuff either. It's like that hip hop documentary in Chicago and stuff. It's
Mm-hmm.
just it's a lot of work, um, but it's wonderful.
Yeah, it's work you want to be doing, so it's
Yeah,
not really. That's the way to
exactly.
go. You know, as cliche as it is, you know, do something you love to do, and you won't work a day in your life, sort of thing. You know.
Yeah, yeah, and especially now that I'm getting close to actually making money off of YouTube and being able to make exactly what Travis was saying earlier. Like, um, he's working on his idea,
Yeah.
and all of it is his, and he gets to share as much as he wants, and um, he teaches. Teaching is part of his passion too, and so it's just really cool to see it go.
Well, that was Aaron inspired me for that because he started his thing 7 years ago, and
Yeah,
he's one of the largest online tutorial for learning animation and everything in between. Uh,
yeah, that dude is bananas.
he's up there with the best of them now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's taken him 7 years of just consistency of doing it, but he wakes up and does whatever he wants.
and that's for me. That's what it's all about. Like I literally, Jack has seen me at my what the hell am I doing moments. When you work just way too much so that you get home in shambles. But now I don't even have to leave home to be in shambles.
It's kind of funny. What time is it, by the way?
It
It's
is
11:30.
11:30.
Huh?
It's 11:30. I'm gonna have to close out.
What? Oh, okay, that's right, because you're done.
Yep,
Whatever.
exactly.
You don't even talk anymore. You don't call. You don't Skype or
Tell them.
I guess this new production's so important that it's okay. Developing your project that we were doing, I was having fun drawing cats, but it's whatever.
Jean-Luc said, LOL. I remember when I had more subs than Aaron. Then he uploaded like his second video.
Oh God, let's not even start that. Let's not even go there, guys. Seriously.
That's hilarious.
And people ask me why I have issues.
Why do you have issues?
Yeah.
You seem fine to me, Travis. You seem fine to me.
Yeah,
What are your
Travis is fine. He's just a little dramatic.
Yeah.
Come on. You don't know the struggle.
Yeah.
Even like I don't know if you were a part of the podcast, the live stream the other day, but at least every other live stream I get someone said, "Hey, are you related to Aaron?"
Oh, yeah.
But the thing is, like, I've been on this now, and I'm like going Aaron, Travis, Blaise, and I mentioned Aaron, my brother, and like we're both Blaise, we both animate.
Yeah.
The same last name, and I still get people asking me, "Hey, are you Aaron's brother?"
Yeah. The thing is that there's no reason to ask, really. Like, that's something you can easily probably look up.
Well, it's like, I laugh it off. I go, yeah, I'm Aaron's brother. But it's like, you get to the point where, like, can you guys really, really stop?
Can you please just take a look at my resume?
No, it's like, can you at least, like, do your own freaking research?
That's it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, anybody could, because it's funny when I first saw you and heard of you, and I saw your name and I saw you were an artist hammer, I was like, oh, is he related to Aaron Blaise? That's exactly what came to my mind. A simple Google search, and I found out, guess what? You are. And I didn't have to ask you.
Oh, good.
Which is funny because when I scheduled Travis to come on the show, I posted the link and I told everyone on Discord, hey guys,
Oh, you asshole, dude.
I have Travis Blaise coming on the show, and
Oh,
everyone was asking, "Hey, is that Aaron's brother? Or no, is that Aaron's son or something like that?"
Yeah, like some people think I'm his son sometimes too, because
yeah.
Aaron actually calls me Dustin, which is funny. It's hilarious. I'm like, why you? Or he calls Dustin Aaron or Travis. Like it's ridiculous. And Dustin's my I call him my little nephew, even though he's like a Sasquatch.
Yeah,
Well, not anymore since he shaved his head. But
that's funny.
yeah,
yeah.
So-
I thought you were gonna say when you posted that he was coming on, you were gonna say, "Hey, Aaron Blaise's brother is gonna be on my show."
I pick my jokes very carefully. Like
Okay,
today,
yeah.
I got away with one, but that's it. That's my quota for the week.
Yeah,
that's kind of hilarious.
Yeah. Whenever I go to LA, everyone's like, "Hey, aren't you Jack's friend?"
Nah, nobody says that.
So what do we? Hey, you know what, you guys? You know, we've created this relationship and we've never physically met. Isn't that weird?
It's cool. I like it.
That's what you think.
So when are we gonna have to get together? When can we meet up, guys?
Well, see, there's this thing called the coronavirus.
It's getting real.
It's real. It's real, guys. It's real.
That thing.
I thought it was ending.
Nutty. It's nuts.
Oh, wait, speaking
What they're
of,
starting to find is that all of these states that are opening up, they're starting to have flare-ups.
Is that happening actually? Yeah.
is that kind of like herpes?
Yeah, it's a lot like herpes. Like
He said flare ups, so I'm just like, what?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why I'm like, I'm gonna chill for a hot second. You guys, all you people that can't wait to go to the beaches and stuff, you guys go ahead, knock yourself out. I'll be over here having a mimosa.
Yep. Well, what we talked about is that it's going to become like we're going to create bubbles, little pods of people that are just close friends that know they don't have it.
Yeah.
And then we'll just check up on each other every and again. Hey, how you feeling? You good? Can we hang out?
Right.
And then basically it becomes like, okay, now that you're my friend, you can't hang out with anybody
else.
Only me. I'm your only friend.
Are you trying to prepare us for something?
No.
I think so. I think he's letting us know.
What are you saying? What do you what?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Humna.
Yeah, I think it sucks because once it's all over, I'm gonna have to start seeing people that I don't want to see again.
Oh, God.
Oh, that's awful. Tell me about it.
It's a nice, it's a nice excuse.
Yeah, I'm just not feeling comfortable, with the whole Corona thing, and I'm just not ready yet. Yeah, you understand? Oh yeah, totally. I get it. No. It's okay. It's okay. Yep.
Boom.
Well, maybe we can all come out of this and just be a lot more honest. Be like, I didn't really miss you in those 4 months.
Yeah.
So I think we're good.
Can we stay broken up?
Yeah. Can we stay social distanced?
Oh boy.
What was I watching? Someone was talking about there's been people that have been in relationships for a few months now and they've never met face to face. And they consider themselves in a committed relationship.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I guess it's like one of those online long distance relationships.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I'm like, look, rule number one, I gotta see you in real life. I'm sorry to be a stickler, but
Sorry to be old school.
yeah, call me old school romantic, but
We're gonna have a whole different meaning to social distancing polygamy.
Oh dear, is that like a Zoom call with a lot of people?
Oh my God. You know that's already happened.
Yeah.
a Zoom call.
If you thought about it, it's happened.
Yeah.
So, anyways, enough of that. Let's talk about Callipeg.
I do think I'm gonna need to sign off, unfortunately,
Why?
because I gotta get up in the morning.
Why?
Because,
To
like you said before, he's the one guy with a real job.
But why?
why? Why?
Travis is in his terrible twos.
I never got out of them. That's the problem. Got out of my terrible twos. So no, Jack. When do they say that you guys can go back to like a studio environment?
They haven't really said. They said hopefully, assuming the governor and all that release it, maybe some key people or select groups will go like on an as need basis within a month. They estimated shows like mine or that folks that aren't really necessary might not go back until like August, which is just insane.
Yeah, they told Chocho that she's a civil engineer for the city of Bothell here, and so they actually, her union put them on furlough. So that means they don't go back to actual physical work into the city hall until September. And now they're working every other they're taking every other Friday off without pay, which is a common thing that a lot of places are doing now, especially that are government jobs or union jobs, because of the loss of income from different lack of revenue coming in. They had to do this sort of like, I guess it's the smartest way to do it. This is taking one day off a week, every other week without pay, and then you're just furloughing it across the board with everybody. So I'm surprised they haven't done something like that in animation.
Yeah, knock on wood. Thankfully, I've been pretty lucky. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it plays out.
Jean-Luc says, I can go back to my classroom in 2 weeks, but just for a week and to tear down my room. Oh.
Oh, look at that little dragon.
Huh?
Look at that little dragon. You just want to hug him.
Let's see it.
It's playing, isn't it?
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Hang on, let me give you. I'm gonna doop 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 doop. Hey. Ah. Ah. I like that.
It's the face my dog makes.
Yeah, I might continue this and just this will be one of those things that I continue animating, and this is straight ahead animation. So
here's like an animation question, because I was noticing both you and Javier are pretty good at it, especially with straight ahead. How do you kind of stay on model? I mean, I know you're making up a model as you go along, but it feels totally like it retains volume. Like that's always something I've kind of struggled with.
It's a lot of scrolling back and forth on the scene, and of course I'm already seeing things that I'm doing wrong that need to be fixed. Because it is straight ahead, and I haven't even. This is a design that I just did on the fly, so I didn't have model sheets or anything like that. So there's no consistency, especially when his head turned. I'll just go ahead and do another pass over this at some point, but there's something fun about doing this straight ahead. It's just a lot of, again, it's just seeing it in your head and doing that mental scrolling back and forth that
Yeah.
Javier was complaining about doing with his 3 fingers.
Yeah.
You have to do that in your head mentally. I always say, if you can't see it, I can't draw it. But if I can see the movement in my head clearly, I can animate it. And I just do it. I just go straight ahead.
And just for kicks, because this is for some of the folks that might end up watching this video and they're like, well, okay, wait, straight ahead as opposed to
Pose to pose.
And what's the difference between the two?
Pose to pose is you typically block out, especially in dialogue scenes when there's different types of phrasing. Pose to pose is where you thumbnail out your key poses, your acting beats, your turns of action moments, and you thumbnail it out. And then you take those thumbnails and you transfer into blocking out your scene in broad strokes, which is typically on 4s or 6s or 8s to get the overall action going. And then you go in and you break down your drawings from your keys and then eventually your in-betweens. With straight ahead, you're literally doing all of your timing in your head and you're just animating it on as you go and timing it out as you go and not planning ahead. You're just letting it freeform and fall. Straight ahead works great when you have a scene where a character's running in and then out of a scene. Like if you have a character running in and then running past scene, a lot of times it's good. You can kind of get away with doing straight ahead animation with that. But typically straight ahead animation works for, I think, fun action scenes. Like this, you could totally pose to pose this character out if I had a model sheet. I could totally like say, okay, he's gonna fly around and then my next pose, because there's all these little subtleties and nuances with him bouncing up and down in the secondary and third actions of his tail. There's all these little subtleties that are happening that I can apply in my pose to pose as well. But because I can see it how I want to do it, I'll do it straight ahead. But if I was to do this pose to pose, then I would go, okay, my next one is, my thought of action is he's going to do a head turn. So maybe I'll do, if I'm on this scene here, let's see here. Oh. Then maybe the next pose will be, him putting his head down like this, and then he's bouncing, and then I have maybe his body comes down a little bit here, and you see his tail maybe coming in. And then I'm basically doing a loose breakdown of that. And then I'll go, okay, I'm going to hold up for like maybe 5 or 6. And I'll go in and I'll block out just big broad stroke ideas of what I'd like to have happen in this action. And I can do with the thing that I'm doing for Callipeg, I was doing a mixture of pose to pose and straight ahead. With him swimming in, it was sort of a straight ahead swim in, and when he slowed down, I started doing my pose to pose for the acting beats. Dialogue and acting beats you really want to do, especially with dialogue, you want to do pose to pose because you're planning a shot out according to the dialogue. So that forces you to have to think in terms of phrasing and beats. So you're posing your character out accordingly. Am I making sense at all as I'm talking?
Yeah, totally.
So I think every animator does a combination of both all the time. I don't think you do it consistently. You can, I just think you do, there's always a variable of each within every shot that you do.
Yeah.
You're going to have a combination of them. So in this case, maybe, his feet are right here. So zoom in on that a little bit. So now I've got that a little bit longer. Let's see what that looks like. Oh. So now he looks that way, and then he turns, and he's going to kind of look up and bring his whole body around.
Right.
right? And so my next pose might be, I'm like, oh, that looks kind of cool. Then I can go in. When I work, once I got used to this character, now I kind of know the shape language through my straight ahead. Then I can kind of maybe have him do a little take again. And maybe he's going to come down. And when he comes down, he's going to bring his chest up a little bit. And his tail comes up. Maybe his hand kind of comes up a little bit. And then he might shoot forward. Like so. And again, I'm just doing it with pose to pose. I like to just do a quick loose blocking of it. And I'm just, now that I'm kind of feeling comfortable with the shapes that I've created, I can kind of start manipulating those and having fun with it. And not worrying about the whole overall structure of it yet, just feeling the gesture of it. And then I can go in and do another pass over this and break it down. Then maybe his little foot comes down. Like so. There, and then he'll just settle into that. The rest of his body will catch up. Am I boring you guys?
No, not at all. The opposite.
It's no dancing chicken, I can tell you that. Yeah, I love that chicken. As soon as I saw that butt move, I was like, oh, God, you're killing me. Man, I loved you before, but can you stop?
That chicken's butt flow was definitely.
But I hear the chicken dance song too when I'm watching that.
I didn't even think of that. I gotta add more frames where some of them go to the left, some go to the right.
What if he blows out?
Oh, I thought you were talking about the chicken. I was like, careful. Blows out what?
Blows out what? Yeah, I gotta watch my conversation here. Like, you're not going yet. I'm trying to see what I'm doing.
My iPad's officially dead, and I'm gonna
keep Jack online here as long as possible.
No, I gotta go. Though I've been on here at half an hour, saying I was gonna go, watching you draw. So
is someone getting?
We can wrap it up though, because I think it's about to be tomorrow.
Yeah. Let's see everybody's one run through.
Okay, let me finish this pose and I'll do that.
It's almost Saturday here.
I know. All right. I'll do mine since mine is fast. Oh, hang on. Where'd it go? All right. Come on. Okay. And then if we hit play, we get a little fire. There you go. Little
Fire.
Fire. We gonna start a fire.
The playback looks terrible, but on the iPad it looks pretty legit, believe it or not.
Too legit to quit.
Jack, show us your chicken butt. Oh no, your iPad is dead. We saw it.
Oh, his iPad dead? But he
Yeah,
doesn't have a charger
ran out
nearby?
of juice.
Juice.
Travis, hit play real quick.
Hit play. Hold on 1 second. Let me hold this.
I love this, by the way. This
Let me
is so
hold this
good.
Oh, hey, here's a Callipeg question. When your frame range gets too long, it seems like you can't play the whole thing all in one go.
Yeah. Quit Callipeg and then relaunch it, reopen it.
Oh, really? It'll let you play the whole thing?
You should be able to, yeah.
Can you see where I'm going?
I think it has something to do with like a caching issue or something.
Do you see that, guys?
Yeah, that's really cool.
So then I basically pose to pose out my secondary part of this animation, which is starting to work. You can, I'm getting comfortable with shapes.
Amazing.
And then he blows a little flame. I like this one. I think I might continue with this at some point.
You should. This thing is great.
So, and this will end up being what?
Even if he just flies off a screen, it's a phenomenal thing to do.
Oh yeah. It's kind of similar to what I'm doing with that mythical creature, except the mythical creature is getting scared off and swims off. So, let's see.
Javier Guzman. While he's getting ready, Jack, why don't you throw out your social media so people can go and harass you online?
You can mainly find me Sketchbook Jack on Instagram, but I'm on other random sites if you Google me.
Awesome. Yeah. So Jack Kasperzak, Sketchbook Jack.
Which is a great Instagram. I love his stuff.
Yeah.
FYI.
Oh, shucks.
Real quick before you go, Javier. Hey, Travis, let people know where they can find you and how they can watch you live on YouTube.
You can watch me live. I usually am going every Wednesday and Thursday at 11 a.m. But I'm thinking about, I'll still be doing Wednesdays and Thursdays, but I'm thinking about changing up the time for different people around the globe.
Yeah.
And then after I get my ARC series done, I'm going to break up those 2 days into doing different varying things. Where I'll have one day I'll be doing, the ARC series. Well, the next day I'll just be talking about story development and other things about animation. And you can find me at sketchtoanimate.com. That's sketchtoanimate.com. Or you can find me on youtube.com/sketchtoanimate. And I also have a Patreon page now, which is patreon.com/sketchtoanimate. And if you like what I'm doing and you want to support, because everything I'm doing is free,
yeah,
I'm doing it all pro bono.
What kind of stuff do you have available on your Patreon?
So I have rewards. I don't know if you can pull it up on there at all.
I
have fun little GIF animations to kind of go with my rewards there. But they're essentially $1. Right now we have $1, $5, and $10, and they give you certain rewards, like if you get a shout out, or you'll get PDFs. The higher the reward, I think the $5 or $10 one gives you PDFs of all of my live streams from moving forward. So with art, you're going to get all of the boards and beat boards that I've been working on during the live stream. You're going to get detailed notes and those images from those boards. as a PDF as a reward. So you're going to have little notes of notations that I've taken and things, little ideas that I have in terms of helping you break your boards down. So
Nice.
yeah.
Yeah. So go to Patreon, patreon.com, patreon.com/sketch2animate.
Sketch
And you'll
to
see. We have it up there right now. It's really cool. I love the bouncy bunnies.
yeah. What does it say?
That walk cycle looks a little robotic though.
Threshold. If you go back and you look at reference and look at people and then go back and try it again, you might do good one. You might be able to animate one day. Oh, sorry guys. I'm not trying to be pretentious. I'm a little
there's some history to that.
story. You ever had a time when you've been animating for 30 years and a recruiter comes in and makes a comment after 80 to 700 likes, and all of a sudden the one person comes and says, yeah, I like this, but if it looks mechanical, and if you try maybe looking at other people and then try gesturing and do variancing of styles because other people's walk cycles are different, and then keep going and try it again, maybe it'll look better. Yeah, those comments are kind of what? I feel I'm still traumatized by that to some degree. She got me. She totally trolled me and got me. It worked. You worked. You got what you wanted. Thank you. Thank you.
I got more than I wanted.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Just go back to my Facebook and read that comment, guys. You'll love it.
All right, Javier, what do you got, my boy?
Yo, what do you want? You want my info, or you want this?
Give us the animation and then the social media stuff.
Not much progress on this one. Let me see if we can. All right, hold on. All right. Let it sink in here for a second.
There we go.
Oh wait.
Splooshies. Whoa. Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Timing's not all quite there. I wanted her to do like a take, hit a different pose to kind of make that tail come up. So that I just didn't get to that.
Yeah.
Just hit a whole different thing, like bring her momentum into creating it. Bringing it up with a different pose.
That's pretty badass.
But I'm just holding her for now, and we'll see. Maybe I'll, yeah. It's definitely, I don't know. It's just kind of all flowing lines, and I usually tend to bring it together slowly with cleanup passes and tie down passes. Like there's just so much of that I do over time to try to make sense of it all, usually.
Yeah. That was one of the things, like after the last time we did this, and we were making animations at 15-minute chunks.
Yeah.
Everyone got off the stream, and then me and Ben just stayed talking, and he said, "Man, that was a lot of work." He said, "I don't usually do this many drawings all."
Yeah. Well,
I know, I get it.
Yeah.
But
it's been a lot. I mean, I went to school for traditional animation, and right when I graduated, all this 2D studios shut down. It was like almost right when I graduated, and whatever.
Geez.
2003 or something.
Yeah.
There's just
school did you go to?
Columbia College.
Okay, yeah.
In downtown Chicago. And so I only say that to bring up that, like, when I got my job animating and designing and stuff for games, mobile games and stuff, it was all really doing more. I've always done more Flash, more puppet work, more After Effects, sort of working with one or two poses. And I'm way out of this traditional animation practice, so that's me trying to kind of get back in and really get used to putting the mileage in, put it frame by framing everything, what I love to do, it's so much more fun. But
that's a great
to get into it a little bit more.
And that's what's funny. That's what's funny about you saying that you had gone to school for Flash animation and After Effects and stuff like that. I was a
Well, no,
Flash
I
guy.
went to school for tradition. I went to school for traditional
Or
animation.
yeah,
I learned Flash and After Effects at where it was basically on the job
Yeah.
training for that stuff. Yeah.
yeah. And I'm almost like the opposite. I went to school for 3D, but I fell in love with Flash, and I've always wanted to be a 2D animator. And then now that I'm getting into Callipeg and hanging out with Jack and Travis and even you, like I find that Flash is almost getting in the way of itself,
Yeah.
you know? And so
Yeah.
right now I'm working on because I can animate in Flash, no problem. But the thing is, it looks like you animated in Flash.
Yeah.
I want it to be. I don't mind doing it in Flash, but I want it. Right now. I'm working on bringing these new traditional animation things that I've been learning. Quite honestly, a lot of them are from watching Travis. And yeah, and it's cool because and by Flash I mean animate. So if
Yeah.
you're going to be writing in the comments, "Ooh, it's not called Flash." Well, yeah,
Yeah.
really,
I still call it Flash.
really.
Yeah.
Me
Yeah.
too. It's
Yeah.
yeah.
Actually, I think you and I have something in common, and his name is Bob Rosetto. When I met Bob, so Bob and I worked together,
Yeah.
and I had just jumped into Flash, but when he started just a little bit after me, when I saw what he was doing in Flash,
Yeah.
it was like all bets were off. I was like, wow, you
Yeah.
can do all this stuff. Like,
Yeah.
so he actually taught me quite a bit. But that's all that's to say, like I've gotten used to, scaling and easing and seeing your arcs as you're moving shapes through space, and the little tricks that you learn to do with your, tweens and your shapes and your all that stuff. So
Yeah.
it's going back into animating traditionally frame by frame. Um, I'm realizing all those little pitfalls and all those little things I'm relying on from just After Effects and Flash animating
Yeah.
that you can only do now by drawing. So it's just practice. It's just
Right.
animate,
Right.
animate, and
Right.
get all that down.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's all repetition. It's all just
Yeah.
consistency.
Yeah. Go ahead and hit us with the social media, Javier.
No, it's real simple. So I'm at Scribbler80, pretty much anywhere, which is only Instagram. So I don't really mess with anything else. I'm only on Instagram.
You don't need to.
I keep it simple right now, and yeah, that way I just have one thing to focus on, just that in my work, So
Perfect. Awesome. Well, thanks for coming to hang out with us, man. Like it's I love having folks that have been on the show. Oh, hold up. I love having folks that have been on the show come back and hang out and just come have a good time.
Can I just
always?
Can I just say it's an honor and a privilege to meet you, Javier?
Yeah.
You can't say that.
I can.
Yeah, Travis.
I just
Yeah, man, I'm learning a lot from you, and watching you do your thing with the show. So
thanks. We learn from each other.
Yes, sir.
That's what it's about.
All right. And I am Carlos, a.k.a. Coconut Justice. CoconutJustice.com, Coconut Justice everywhere else. If you can hear my voice, head on over to youtube.com/Coconut Justice and subscribe over there too, because we got some real cool things happening over there. Sketch Zone. If you're watching this video, you've already found us, so keep finding us. We try to be here every Thursday night. We're trying to do more like cartooning and stuff like that. Anyway, find us. There's a bunch of links in the description of this video. You'll find links to Travis's. I still need to add video or a link to Travis's Patreon. I'll do that tonight. But we got links to Javier, to Jack, to even Charlie. I think I have Landon up there too. If not, I'm gonna double check. Leave myself a note. Add Landon. Yeah, that's it. So we're here every Thursday. We try to be here every Thursday. So if you can make it, join in. Like Jean-Luc, he was here. Doug Fur was here. Shiloh, of course, the
Shiloh
man with the plan. Gabriel was here. There was Doug, John. The chat was on fire. So if I missed you, I'm sorry. So yeah, Sleepy Roz was here. Anyway, if you come and hang out, like if we're interviewing someone, you know, we like to make sure that we have you guys included. So that's why we do this live. We're trying to bring attention to the artistic community and let you guys know that there's a bunch of us, like me, like Travis, even Jack. We're out here trying to teach you guys how to do this stuff. And then you see Javier's out there. He's you know, constantly posting artwork and stuff like that. So you know, it's a community that we're building, a lot like Travis is doing on his channel, and I highly suggest you go check out his channel, youtube.com/sketch to animate.
And remember Callipeg too.
And Callipeg, that's very true. Thank you, Travis. Callipeg, we have links to the Callipeg, both their website and a link to the Apple App Store where you can find this app. And it's a 2D animation app for the iPad, using the Apple Pencil, and it's super cheap, 99 cents a month, $10 a year, or $50 one-time fee, and you're off and running. And you can use this. You can see Travis is doing straight on animation, or straight up animation. I've seen people doing storyboarding on here. I've seen people doing not motion graphics, but effects, like different transitions and stuff like that. It's a very, very flexible program. Chances are, I've seen people doing timing on this thing. Animatics, people make animatics for their animations on this thing. It's very versatile, very easy to get around. I have a tutorial on my channel, youtube.com/coconutjustice. Take a look there. Travis has a tutorial coming out any day now. And then if you go to youtube.com, I forget what it is. I don't know if it's /Callipeg or Callipeg app. But if you do a YouTube search for Callipeg, you'll get to their channel too.
You can find them in Instagram and also Facebook and also Twitter.
Yeah. So they're out there, and they're slowly but surely, not slowly, it's not even slowly anymore. It's quickly but surely. They're building up steam, and the community behind this application is getting bigger and bigger and better. And you know that they're doing something right when you have former Disney animators and DreamWorks animators and just a bunch of really badass people are using this application. So you know they're doing something right. So yeah, don't hesitate to go take a look. And even if you only play with it for a month, if you watch Travis's tutorials, watch my tutorials, watch Callipeg's tutorials, even Benjamin, that's been on the show. He's got some tutorials up there too. Take a look at those. And if you love the tutorials have a lot to do with animation, so you can learn something about that. If you don't fancy the app, the only thing you lost is 99 cents. And you can't tell me that you in your life have not lost $1. In the couch, in the car, in Vegas, whatever.
What I like about this app, Carlos, is that people that aren't animators are using it.
I know. Yeah, and you know what's funny is I started getting messages on my Callipeg tutorial that said, I don't even animate and I want to try this application out.
Yep.
And that's the thing, like, you have to be careful, because animation itself, once you start seeing your drawings moving,
It's all
it
over.
becomes very addictive.
Done.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it. That's it.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
keep talking, Carlos, because I'm almost done with this.
Okay. So then, like I said, Sketch Zone podcast, we try to be on here as much as possible. Thursdays at 9 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Let's see. Had a good time watching. I enjoy the app so far. I have no clue what I'm doing, but it's fun. That's from Jean-Luc, who apparently grew up with a whole bunch of Mexican movie stars in South Texas as he was shoveling popcorn at a drive-in movie. And that's how Sketch Zone Nation gets down.
Is that how it gets down?
Yeah, we make popcorn and chicken butts.
Dancing chicken butts.
Time this up a little bit, but he exits the scene.
Oh, nice. Love that little little kind of bike pedal on his way out.
Yeah, he winds it up real good.
Yeah.
I love this.
Let's do a
I
little-
will tell you, and it has.
So
It's
good.
not quite, but it gives me memories of Pete's Dragon, the good one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that movie I watched. I can't tell you how many times. That's one of the movies that made me want to be an animator. Was Pete's Dragon.
Really?
Pete's
Yeah.
Dragon was great. That was a great one.
Oh, I love that movie. I think that's the first movie that I watched when I got access to Disney Plus.
Really?
Yeah,
That's awesome.
I
Let's
love
play
that movie.
Mine was either Robin Hood or Sword in the Stone. One of those two
Oh,
was the
Robin
first
Hood
one.
is my favorite movie. Robin Hood is my favorite movie, period.
Yeah. Kevin Costner, am I
Animated.
right?
Animated. What'd you say?
Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That brings back so many memories of that wretched movie.
I love that movie.
A live action one?
No. I flipped it on you. I mentioned Kevin Costner, but I was talking about the Disney.
No, that is trash.
Slater.
That was a trash ass movie.
Come on, guys. Who doesn't remember? They pulled out all the stops there. It was still a bad movie.
Mhm.
All right.
No, we're talking about The Wonders of Milk Hall.
Oh my God, that guy right there.
There you go. There's the retiming of it.
Mm,
Here we go. There. That's a
cool.
little bit.
I love it.
Maybe I'll finish this off and tie it down. There you go. I like it.
I think you
Done.
should. I mean, you're mostly there.
There you go, Jack. Eat your bouncing, dancing chicken.
Eat your chicken butt.
Jack's asleep.
Yeah.
Joke's
yes.
on
He's
you.
like, I'm asleep. What? I don't care.
I am still here watching.
Oh, it's still alive. Oh my God, God, are you there?
Is
Jesus,
that you, God?
is that you, God?
I love
Dear
that.
God, it's Margaret.
Hey, Travis, what application are you using?
What?
Not Callipeg. Sorry, I should be a little more clear.
So basically,
Hang on. Let's wrap up and then
it's called Reflector. So if you download Reflector,
okay.
it will allow you to mirror your iPad into your desktop. And so therefore, once you, of course, get into your Zoom or your Skype, or in this case, Google Hangouts, you can share your screen. And I can now share. This is on my Wacom desktop.
Yeah.
So the Wacom monitor. So I'm sharing my Wacom monitor right now so you can see it. And I purposely put a black background screensaver on the back for my tutorial.
Yeah.
So that we can have that set up that way.
That's sick. All right.
That's not just an Apple thing, is it?
No, it's not. You know what? I don't know. I just downloaded it.
Yeah. Jack,
I
this
don't know
might
if it's
be
just for
this
Apple or
might be
not,
the thing that we're looking for, Jack.
Are we all
Yeah.
Mac users?
No,
I am
we're
not.
half and half.
Yeah.
So what I can do is I can send this and as an MOV and send it over to Drop. I'll put it in the Dropbox real quick. Let's see. Export.
Cool. I'm gonna wrap up the show.
All right, you do that.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for participating and watching, and yeah, we'll see you out there.
Yeah, man.
Have a good week.
Yeah,
See
man.
ya.
See ya.
Yeah.